So once you hurry, stay a while for a Wiselyworm story.
Kean the Dinosaur becomes monitor. In a bright and bustling school for baby dinosaurs, Kean the little dinosaur hopped along the jungle path, his tiny tail wagging in excitement. He loved school, especially playtime with his friends. But today wasn't just any day. Today something surprising happened. Kean, congratulations. Ms. Pang, the tall and gentle dinosaur teacher, announced to the class. You've been chosen as our class monitor. Kean blinked. Me? A class monitor? His green scales shimmered as he looked around the room. Some of his friends cheered while others clapped their tiny claws. But Kean didn't understand. What does a class monitor even do? He whispered to his best friend Yarn, who was the biggest dinosaur in class. Yarn shrugged his massive shoulders. No idea. But it sounds important. Kean felt a flutter in his belly. Important? Could he really do this? He liked helping his friends and playing fair, but being in charge? That sounded, well, scary. As the days passed, Kean tried to figure out what being a class monitor was all about. He reminded his classmates to tidy up after playtime and helped his friend, Lila the baby stegosaurus, when she spilled her crayons. But one day, something happened that Kean didn't know how to handle. During recess, Yarn, who was much bigger and a little louder than the other baby dinos, started acting differently. He stomped over to the play area where his classmates were playing with their favorite toys. One by one, Yarn snatched up the toys. "Hey, I'm playing with that," squeaked Trixie, a tiny pterodactyl, as Yarn took her toy train. Kean watched, his heart thudding. Yarn was his friend, his best friend, but this wasn't right. Yarn's long neck loomed over the other dinosaurs as he scooped up their toys with a grin. Kean wanted to step in. His legs felt wobbly, his chest tight. He wanted to tell Yarn to stop, but Yarn looked so much bigger and stronger. What if Yarn got mad at him? What if Yarn stopped being his friend? That night, Kean couldn't stop thinking about what happened. He twisted and turned in his soft nest of leaves. His mind raced. He knew what Yarn did wasn't right. He was supposed to protect his classmates, but he was too scared to say anything. What should he do? The next day, as they sat in class, Kean noticed Trixie and the others still looking sad about their toys. That's when he remembered something Ms. Pang always said: being brave isn't about not being scared. It's about doing the right thing even when you are. Kean took a deep breath. Maybe he wasn't ready to face Yarn alone, but there was something he could do. After class, he quietly approached Ms. Pang. "Ms. Pang, can I talk to you?" The teacher smiled warmly. "Of course, Kean. What's on your mind?" Kean fidgeted with his claws. "It's Yarn. He's been taking everyone's toys. I tried to say something, but I was too scared. I don't know if I can do this class monitor thing." Miss Pang knelt down to look Kean in the eyes. "Kean, coming to me was the bravest thing you could have done. Being a class monitor doesn't mean you have to solve everything on your own. It means you know when to ask for help. And you did just that." Kean felt a bit better, but he still worried about Yarn. Would Yarn be mad at him? Later that day, Miss Pang gently spoke to Yarn. "Yarn, it's not okay to take other dinosaurs' toys. You need to be kind and share with your friends." Yarn's face turned bright red. He didn't say much, but Kean could tell Yarn wasn't happy. For a while after that, Yarn stopped playing with Kean. He didn't sit with him during snack time or play their usual games during recess. Kean's heart felt heavy, but he knew he had done the right thing. The other dinosaurs smiled at him and thanked him for standing up for them. Days went by, and even though Yarn was distant, Kean's classmates respected him for being brave and fair. It wasn't easy, but Kean learned that doing the right thing sometimes means making tough choices. Then one afternoon, while Kean was playing in the sandbox, he heard a familiar voice. "Hey, Kean." Kean looked up and saw Yarn holding a small toy. "I'm sorry," Yarn muttered. "I shouldn't have taken everyone's toys. Do you want to play together again?" Kean's eyes lit up. "Of course, Yarn." From that day on, Kean and Yarn were friends again. And Yarn learned to be kinder too. Together, they played and helped their classmates. And Kean knew that sometimes being brave wasn't about standing up to a bully. It was about being a good friend even when it's hard. The end. We hope you enjoyed the story. If you prefer reading this to your child, our books are available on Amazon in both Kindle and paperback formats. If this was helpful to you, we would greatly appreciate it if you could like and subscribe to help us reach out to more parents and children in need of these stories. Have a great day.